that's part of what this was designed for, to be able to put the DNA back to its original divine design. It activates the light, literally. The pure science of how this works activates the light at the core of the DNA. You know, why are they trying to hijack our DNA? The DNA is our God code. That's our divine design, you know. And it's where all the information, all the knowledge, it's all encoded in our DNA. Yeah, so it's all within us. And that was the original research back in the 90s, where they found it was repairing. This was with NASA back in the 90s. They had the top geneticists at Baylor University studying the effects of this technology on the DNA, and found that it was repairing all the genetic damage and lengthening the telomeres. That's true age reversal. It's repairing all the breaks in the DNA and lengthening telomeres. So what we're dealing with now, I mean, that's true, you know, that back then that didn't mean anything to anybody. Nobody had heard of telomeres. Now people are a little more up on that. A lot of you've heard of telomeres? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's phenomenal stuff. But anyway, but repairing all the genetic damage. Why is that so important? Because radiation unzips our DNA. And in here, you're literally breathing light, photons, quantums of light, your life force energy. And this dance of the DNA allows the spiraling. It's the infinity wave, right? Mm-hmm. Breathing all the power, all the light, all the love. It's overwhelming love that flows out infinitely to touch the hearts of all beings. Feel more love. Nothing to hold on to in that flow. Love is letting go. But you have breathed deep enough so the exhale can be a total relaxation. Otherwise, you're using the muscles on the inhale and the exhale, subventilating, and that's what ages you. And that's how things get stuck in the fear reaction pattern. Because fear and God, fear and love can't share the same space. So you want to literally be breathing love to every part of yourself. So this is designed to accelerate that whole process of enlightenment from within, activating the light at the core of your DNA. The scalar allows the spiraling into the double helix of the DNA to release, to discharge, to release anything that is not of core essence. The core of the DNA is light from the stars, your star seed, whatever you want to call it. But we literally are stardust. That's the pure science. Light at the core of the DNA. Prime function of DNA is storage of photons. That's Fritz Albert Popp's work, biophysics. And disease is caused by a lack of photons. And cancer, and carcinogens scramble the light. It's a disturbance in the force. So this is Star Trek, Star Wars, Matrix, all got together. Okay.
Do we carry more light inside of us as the DNA is healing and repairing? And
prime function of DNA is storage of photons. In here, you're breathing light. You're activating the light at the core of the DNA. It's really how it works, but it's also raising the millivoltage of the cells, your cell membrane potential. There's all these other, and phase conjugate wave pairs. Phase conjugate wave pairs. That's part of this thing. It's a scalar is one piece. It's a great piece because it's nonlinear, non-Hertzian, fifth dimensional, standing column waves, all that stuff, beyond relative time and space. It's fifth dimensional by definition, right? So that's important. It's the infinity wave. But the scalar vortex, is that infinitely projected Mobius. So that's what's created in here, an infinitely projected Mobius that goes out. Each system goes out at least 2.2 miles every direction with the null zone effect, that nullification of detrimental fields. Above and below. nullifying the detrimental field effects, EMF, ELF, radiation, microwaves.
No matter the size of the system, they all go out.
Lucky neighbors.
Yeah.
One healthy community. Your neighbors got nicer,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
We hear that all the time. The
We're
neighbors
working
get
on
nicer. We had the guy next to us when we moved into our current house. It was like road rage in front of our house every day. Now he's wonderful. So it's an interesting thing. So phase conjugate wave pairs. So at the intersection of the fields, you've got implosion, which creates a release of charge. And this is why NASA showed up, because because we're colliding photons like CERN or Fermi Labs, but not just colliding them, we're creating cold nuclear fusion. So photonic fusion, which is actually another scientist I worked with, physicists I worked with from Greece, Panos Pappas. He proved that what occurs in the cells is really cold fusion. Proved it to the scientific community. So we're activating what's natural and innate in your body. The secret of life is, that scalar vortex, and Fibonacci sequences is your cellular replication patterns. This activates and mobilizes the body's stem cells. It's told specifically why that had to be in this, to activate and mobilize. Because of the cellular replication patterns, activate and mobilize the body's stem cells. So it's like you're getting a stem cell treatment. You're raising the millivoltage, the cell membrane potential, which is very important too, because we're meant to be at 70 to 90 millivoltage when healthy. Then everything's taking our energy here, right? Because we're living in a toxic soup. We're actually all dealing with radiation poisoning.